Hi everyone and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday the 31st of August. My name's Lynsey and this flosstube extra is all about my plans for a magical month of stitching, which I'm super excited to share with you about. So this is a month of cross stitching magic for me. So September is my birthday month. And on my birthday I'm actually going to be away at the Caterpillar cross stitch retreat, so I'm super excited about that. And obviously my name of my channel is Stitching Magic. I'm always drawn to magical patterns and things like that. I used to be a fairy maker and I always feel like cross stitch is a little bit of magic too, because you stitch loads of little crosses and before you know it you get, well, after quite a lot of hours on some of our projects, as we all know, you do suddenly get a beautiful pattern and picture will appear in front of you. So I always like to think that cross stitch is a little bit of magic too. So I thought it'd be fun just to share with you today the whips that I'm going to include for my month of magical stitching, and I've got a photo of my planned birthday start that I'm going to purchase from Pole Stitches, which is a Joan Elliott pattern, which I'm really excited about. I've never done any of the fancy ladies before, so I'm still I feel like I'm still quite new getting into cross stitch, although I first cross stitched when I was 18, which is a lot of years ago now. I started back cross stitching last September with the Caterpillar cross stitch kit, discovered flosstube a couple of months later, and the rest is history, as they say, and now I have loads of whips on the go. So everything has all changed in that time. And cross stitch has really been life-changing for me. I've made new friends, I've started a YouTube channel, I've started a business selling needle minders. So I had no idea last September how much of an impact cross stitch would have on my life. I just wanted something to do in the evenings, because when I was a fairy maker, I used to do little bits on the sofa, like making pom-poms and doing fairy bodies and bits like that, because I've never been very good at just sitting and doing nothing. I can't just sit and watch telly. So and I think that's why cross stitch, I've done it on and off throughout the years, but I've always been doing something. I'm not a person to just sit and watch TV. I wish I could, but I just can't. But maybe it's better that I'm doing something more productive with my time anyway, rather than watching TV. So anyway, I'm not going to run on too long. Like I say, I've got whips to show you that I've pulled out that I feel fit my theme for magic. I've also got a load of new starts all lined up, which I'm super excited about, because if you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm all about the new starts. So I'll go through my whips first. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my month of magic stitching as well, in case you want to join in. So I am planning to stitch on mostly magical things all month, but if you'd like to join me, you can pick as many magical things as you like to stitch on, as many projects as you want. You don't have to stitch exclusively on magic patterns. That is definitely what you don't need to do. I've got a little hashtag called Magic Month Stitch. Now I don't know how well the hashtags are working, so it'd be lovely if you did do any posts on Instagram, or you share anything on YouTube, that if you're joining in, that you just do a little out on Instagram and include me at Stitching Magic 111, because then I could definitely come along and look at your posts, which I would absolutely love to do. And on Instagram, if you was to YouTube, if you give me a mention, I can come and watch. So hopefully I am watching most of you anyway, but I don't always know if I'm keeping up with all my viewers on Instagram, so that would be really lovely if you do decide to join in. I've also got a separate hashtag for my birthday stitch, which I'll tell you about as we go along. So I'm going to start off first of all with my whip. So when you're thinking, if you are going to join in, it doesn't just have to be fairies, unicorns, that kind of thing. I've got Christmas magic, I've got Halloween magic. Really, magic is whatever magic means to you. So I'm not sitting here saying you can only stitch on this, this or this. Whatever feels magical to you, then stitch that and join in. I would absolutely love it. So let's start off with the first one. So this is a tiny modernist pattern. So this is the fantastical greenhouse. That's a sow. I've not made much progress on it yet. This is quite a large pattern, but absolutely beautiful. So I thought this was perfect for me for September, because this has got all things I love: fairies, gnomes, unicorns, dragons. It's full of magic, and some lovely words as well about find your happy place, because I love some positive words in my stitching as well. So that's the first one. So I'll just show you where I'm up to with this one on my actual stitching. So not too far. Let me just put my board behind. So, but I've made a little start on this one, and it is a joy to stitch. So that's where I'm up to on that one. So I'm not going to go into fabrics and all of that today, because if you watch my normal floss tubes, you'll see all of that. So this is a Christmas magic one that I'm stitching on. Making this for my mum, so I need to keep including this one. So this is definitely one of the ones that fits the Christmas magic theme for me. So I have made a bit more progress on this one. So I haven't got my clips with me. This is how unorganised I am. It was a little bit, I got home from a lovely weekend away with my husband, and I thought, oh, I know, I could do a little video. So here I am, all unprepared really, and just a little last minute video just to share my month of magic with you. So that one is the Cotton Twine October box, and that's how far I'm up to with that. So I definitely want to get a few more boxes done on that, because December is fast approaching. So I don't know where the time goes, do you? The months just seem to whiz by. There's never enough time to stitch, and the months go by too quick. So someone needs to slow some time down for me somewhere. So the next one I'll be including is some Halloween magic. So this was another sale. This one was by Historical Sampler Company, and all the parts are out now. So that's definitely some lovely Halloween magic that I'll be including. I've just found another needle. I went away for the weekend and I took some stitching. I was in a complete panic. I took 3 cross stitch pieces with me and not one needle on any of them. I don't know about you. I don't have enough needles for all my projects, so because of the ones I've kitted up myself obviously don't come with a needle, so I really need to buy myself some. So luckily I'd got one of the stitches that I was doing was from a magazine, and the free kit happened to be still inside the magazine in the project bag that I took. So I was so relieved, because I was like, oh my God, don't tell me I've come away and then I've bought 3 projects and not a needle on one of them. But luckily there was one on the free project that saved me. So this is how far I've got on that one, on the pumpkin patch. So yeah, that's my progress. So hopefully I will get some more done on that. So that's how far I've got on that one. So the next one is the Emerald City. I was going to say Emerald Forest then. It's Emerald City by Owl Forest Embroidery. So that's how far I've got. This is part 1 of a stitch along that I'm doing. Look, I'm so unprepared today. So this is part of a stitch along I'm doing with the lovely Jen from Jen's Stitchy Corner. So that was part 1. So I do need to start on part 2, because I've got a couple of weeks to get part 2 done. And then we'll be moving on to part 3. And obviously I've not started part 2 yet, which is not good. But this is a very big pattern. So this is what the finished pattern looks like. So part 2 is all along here. So this week I need to be getting some time in on this pattern, so that I can try and keep up with the sale. So that's my plan. Jen has got a lovely Facebook group as well. For that, if you want to join, it's not too late, you can join in. So just visit Jen's Instagram, Jen's Stitchy Corner, and she'll add you to that. She'll send you the details for the Facebook group. We'd really love to see you over there. It's a really lovely, positive group. Everyone's really supportive, and it's definitely come and join us if you want to give that one a go. And that pattern is free from Owl Forest Embroidery, which is amazing. So my next one that I'm going to be including, my next whip, is a Caterpillar cross stitch one, and this is designed by Tiny Modernist, and it's called Mythical Tales. So that is what the pattern looks like. So that's a perfect one for my magical theme. So I love that. So I'll show you. I haven't got too far on that yet, but hopefully again this month we'll start to see a little bit of progress on all these magical patterns. So especially because I'll be going to a retreat for 3 days as well. So that will hopefully give me some lovely stitchy time. So yeah, so I have changed the colours up a bit in this one. I wanted a bit more pinks and greens, not greens, pinks, blues and purples and things like that. So that's how far I've got on that one. So I've got another caterpillar cross stitch kit as well. So this is one of their sub boxes, and this is a Halloween one. So this is a bit of Halloween magic. So this is trick or treat. So I made a little start on this one again. So I'll be sort of, you can stitch on anything at the retreat, but because it's a caterpillar one, I obviously want to take my caterpillar cross stitch patterns as well. So I've made a little start. So that's how far I've got on that one. So it'll be good to see. I'll do another floss tube next week to see how far I've got, if I've made any progress at all on any of these in the next week, or whether I've just focused on new starts. I am a bit terrible for the new starts. So this next one, I would say, is my absolute favourite stitch at the moment. I'm absolutely in love with this pattern. So this is Tiny Modernist, and this is the Tea Goddess. So I think she is just very magical. So you don't very often see a lady in a teapot. So full of magic for me. And I've made a little start on this one. So I definitely, this is one of those patterns, you know, when you just can't put it down. So I think I kind of want this to be, this will definitely, I've got a little daily stitch at the moment that I'm doing for the retreat that I need to get done. But after that, I think this is going to be my daily stitch. So this is on a 32 count even weave. I thought I was ordering linen, but I ordered even weave. So it's a little bit tighter than linen, but it is lovely to stitch on. This is like a sagey green colour. And this is going to go in my new house because the kitchen has got sage green. So I thought that would be perfect. So that's all the whips that I'm going to include. They're the ones that I've already got on the go. So, and I have a nice big pile of ones that I'm going to start, that I'm going to share with you. So this one is blurry, but this is Hello Holly. So this is the Christmas Sal from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Now I don't think the first parts are out. I think the first part comes out on the 22nd of September. So that's the day after the retreat. So I'm planning on starting that day along with my birthday start. I thought I would do that the day after rather than do it on my birthday because I'll be at the retreat. So yeah, this one's the next day. So I'm going to have two starts on the 22nd because I've put the day off that day as well because I'm going to be away that weekend. So I thought that would be good. My next start, now I might start this afternoon. I've been desperate to start this one, the August Cotton and Twine box. So I love a bit of Halloween magic there. So that is a gorgeous pattern. So yeah, I'm looking really forward to starting this. I would really like this done for Halloween, but we'll see. Best laid plans and I get distracted by the next shiny start coming along. So, but that's one that I'd really like to do. Now this one, I wanted to do this last year when I started back cross stitching, and I just worked on the Christmas Sal whip from Caterpillar Cross Stitch religiously from September to December, and thought, oh, I haven't got time for this, when I didn't realise that people had 1 or 50 whips on the go at the time. I haven't got 50 yet, but I'm sure it probably wouldn't be too long before I'm getting up there. So I think this is a magical pattern because you don't see very often squirrels and hedgehogs, and well, you do see squirrels in a tree, but a magical tree like this, to me this is all magical. So I might start this today as well. So I'm feeling like it's a day for starts. It's a lovely Sunday afternoon. So I've been doing a little bit of stitching, so I'm thinking I'm gonna, a couple of new starts, a little bit on the Tiny Goddess. Do you do that? Do you swap around from different patterns, or do you just stitch on one thing? So I like stitching on lots of different patterns. If I have a little, you know, block of time, I really love that. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting this Hello Pumpkin maybe this afternoon. So I've got another pattern that I'm going to start, so another Christmas magic one. So this is by Tiny Modernist, and this is their Christmas Sal, Ho 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 Holiday. Now this starts tomorrow, so all my supplies have arrived. So I have just got to just edge the fabric, which I'm going to zip that round the sewing machine this afternoon, and then hopefully then tomorrow I'll be able to, well, it might not be tomorrow because I have got another start for tomorrow and some other stitching I need to do, and I do need to work as well. So yeah, but I love this comes in, this is 14 weeks and you get a little motif each week, which I think is going to be absolutely lovely. So I'm really excited about that. Tiny Modernists are just one of my favourite designers, so I thought that would be absolutely lovely way to count down to Christmas. So I'm hoping as well, because these motifs, some of them look quite small, obviously some of them do look a bit bigger, but I'm hoping because they look quite small that I might be able to keep up with it. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. So this is another new start that I've got planned. So this is the Let It Stitch. This is Luna's Garden. So this is a full coverage. I've only ever got one other full coverage that I've not made much progress on yet. So I fell in love with that design. So I decided for the first day of my magical month of stitching that this was going to be one I was going to start. So I'm very excited about that. I just love the colours, and obviously it's got a fairy, which is always special because I used to make fairies. So yeah, I'm super excited to start that one. And then I thought I would finally share the fairy that I've chosen to stitch from Joan Elliott. So this is the kit I'm planning on getting from Pole Stitches. It's not the best of photos from the website, but I just done a little photo to show you. So she's a rainbow fairy, and what I loved about her is all the different colours, because I'm planning to, when at some point in the future when I get this done, I'd love this to hang up in my new living room, because I want my living room to be full of beautiful pastel colours when I move house. So that's, I just always have this thing that when I choose the cross stitch pattern, I'm thinking where it's going to go in my house. So I love these colours. So that's the one that I'm going to order the kit from Pole Stitches, and that will be my birthday start. So if you wanted to join me on my birthday start, I'm going to do it the day after my birthday. So my birthday's on the 21st September, which, as I've said, I'm away at the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Retreat. So I'm going to start that one on the 22nd of September. So if you want to join in on the 22nd of September, I've got a little hashtag for that one, and it's going to be Magical Birthday Stitch. So the two hashtags, I've got Magic Month Stitch. If you're joining in with some magical stitching at any point in the month and you want to tag me in it, use that hashtag. And my birthday start is the Magical Birthday Stitch. So I will put those both in the show notes below, just so that you don't have to remember if you want to come back and just see what they are. So I would just absolutely love if you wanted to join in with some magical stitching this month, and yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. So I'm super excited about it. So I will be sharing some little bits on my, like on the shorts on YouTube, and also over on Instagram I'll be sharing my magical stitching progress, so please come and check me out over there as well. But thanks so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this little floss tube extra, and I should be back next Friday with my regular floss tube. So take care everyone, bye.